For nearly a century, American soft drinks were the ultimate symbol of global soft power. Whether you were in New York, Cairo, or Karachi, a cold Pepsi or Coke was the universal language of refreshment. But in 2026, that language is changing. Across the Middle East, Southeast Asia, and even parts of Europe, iconic soda brands are being scrubbed from menus and relegated to the bottom shelves. This isn't just a temporary dip in sales, it is a great soda divorce. Driven by geopolitical anger and a surge in local pride, millions are walking away from the big two and moving toward what are now known as solidarity sodas. Today, we're looking at the 6 iconic brands losing their grip and the new local challengers taking their place in a reshaped global market. Why the fizz is fading? Why is this happening now? The catalyst has been the ongoing conflict in Gaza, but the roots go deeper. Consumers in 2026 are using their smartphones as voting booths. Apps like No Thanks and Boycott.
The soda market in the U.S. is a $38.5 billion business, according to IBIS World.
And at first, their ads were primarily promoting it as a medicine. It was supposed to cure morphine addiction, for one thing.
Coca-Cola has really been hit hard by the pandemic, and they're definitely not out of the woods yet.
Whilst there is uncertainty and volatility, particularly in the near term ahead of us, we feel confident.
What that means is they had a lot of market share to lose in those channels. And so as those channels closed, they had
other sectors. It's really started to accelerate in terms of grocery, in terms of beverages.
Allow users to scan barcodes and see a brand's corporate affiliations instantly. The economic impact. This isn't just noise on social media. In the MENA region, Middle East, and North Africa, Western beverage giants have seen a 7% regional revenue loss in the last year alone. In places like Egypt and Pakistan, that number is even higher. But it's not just about what people are avoiding. It's about what they are choosing. The boycott has created a vacuum, and local entrepreneurs are filling it with brands that offer something a multinational never can: values alignment. The big 4 under fire: Coke, Pepsi, Sprite, and Fanta. The first 4 brands on our list are the heavy hitters: Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Sprite, and Fanta. 1. Coca-Cola. Coke remains the primary target of the BDS movement due to its bottling plant in the Adirad industrial zone. In 2024 and 2025, the brand became a political lightning rod.
The company now has a roster of 200 brands that includes Coke, Fanta, and Sprite. After 135 years in business, can the soft drink giant stay on top? And what will the secular decline of sugar-sweetened beverages in the U.S. mean for the future of Coca-Cola? And includes companies like PepsiCo, carrying Dr. Pepper, and of course, Coca-Cola.
And that became wildly successful by 1900, 1910. There were Coca-Cola bottling plants in
Bangladesh, sales plummeted by 23%, and in Turkey, some local municipalities officially banned the sale of Coke products in public buildings. 2. Pepsi. Pepsi, once the dominant alternative in the Middle East, has seen its growth stall. Despite reintroducing Team Soda with a Made in Pakistan label to try and blend in, the brand's association with U.S. corporate interests has made it a target. 3 and 4. Sprite and Fanta. These are the back-of-the-can victims. Activists have successfully educated the public that buying a Sprite is the same as buying a Coke. As a result, lemon lime and orange sodas, usually the safest bets for a global brand, are seeing their market share eaten by local rivals like Star, UAE, and V7, Egypt. 5. Schweppes and 6. Dr. Pepper. Even the niche brands are feeling the heat. 5. Schweppes. Often owned or licensed by Coca-Cola in international markets, Schweppes has been pulled from high-end hotels and cafes that want to avoid controversy. Local botanical mixers and tonics are now the standard in upscale Cairo and Dubai lounges. 6. Dr. Pepper. While predominantly a U.S. brand, its international distribution, often handled by Pepsi or Coke, has led to it being swept up in the same boycott lists. In 2026, Dr. Pepper is struggling to maintain its foothold in European markets where solidarity sodas are becoming trendy as ethical alternatives. The rise of the challengers. So, if millions are walking away, where are they going? Meet these solidarity sodas.
But with U.S. soda consumption on the decline, the soft drink maker has been forced to pivot.
To really support the customers in new and different ways where they're open. And the sum of all that, along with a new organization we've stood up, has allowed us, as you say, to come back.
Which it did not in Beverton's case, unfortunately. But it was supposed to be an aphrodisiac. Every small town, not only in the South, but throughout the country.
By the 1920s and 30s, Coca-Cola had reinvented itself as an all-American soft drink and was entering new markets abroad.
Palestine Cola, produced by Safed Food in Sweden, this brand has become a global phenomenon. It features Palestinian embroidery designs on the can and pledges its profits to humanitarian aid. By October 2025, it had already begun exporting to the US, South Africa, and Sri Lanka. It's not just a drink, it's a wearable piece of activism. Kinza, Saudi Arabia, perhaps the most successful replacement brand. Kinza has seen 350% growth in exports and now dominates the 40% market share in some Gulf regions. It positions itself as a regional pride brand, aligning with Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 to promote local industry over foreign imports. Cola Next and Coca-Cola, Pakistan. These brands used to be budget options. Today, they are the first choice.
To the pre-pandemic levels.
Coke is eagerly anticipating summer reopenings and vaccine rollouts.
Clearly, the consumers have adapted, and the ones that I think are very likely to stick are clearly a big uptick in e-commerce. Obviously, e-commerce is much more important to a number of...
But Coca-Cola has several key advantages that will allow the company to reinvigorate its business, according to analysts.
And we believe that we'll be able to emerge stronger from this crisis.
A major issue for the soda giant, according to one analyst,
about the corridors what we're setting for the top line and the bottom line guidance.
Their market share jumped from 2.5% to 12% almost overnight as consumers decided that national taste was better than global branding. A permanent divorce. Is this just a phase? Industry experts don't think so. Once a consumer switches to a local brand and realizes the taste is similar and the price is often lower, the brand magic of the American giants begins to dissolve. In 2026, the soft drink industry is proof that the wallet is louder than the billboard.
Obviously, disproportionate impact in terms of their revenues and their market share.
To make up for that loss,
I think that will endure. And I don't mean e-commerce just in terms of what you buy to have delivered to the house, but also in the away-from-home channels.
And derives more than 40% of sales from developing and emerging economies with a growing middle class.
Really improving our marketing. We cut the portfolio of brands in half. We got really focused on our innovation pipeline. We work with our bottlers.
Also has one of the world's largest non-alcoholic beverage distribution systems.
The big two are no longer just fighting for shelf space. They are fighting for their right to exist in a world that values identity over identity branding. Have you tried any of these local alternatives? Does a brand's political stance change what you buy? Let us know in the comments.